happy festival in Mexico known as Cinco de Mayo. So remember those two things. You probably know Krebs cycle in 5 minutes. So let's look at how. The first thing that we will talk about is the intermediates of the citric acid cycle. And once you know the intermediate, then we talk about the enzymes which are involved to convert each intermediate within each other. So let's begin with the intermediates. So you need to know one single sentence. Our city is kept safe and secure from mobsters. And that's a good thing, you know. Nobody wants mobsters in their city. No, not at all. Cross them out. Kill them. Now, remember this sentence. So you'll get and start with our. So with our O, oxaloacetate. So let me also show you the cycle actually. So O stands for oxaloacetate, the first particular intermediate. Then CT, CI, citrate, the second intermediate in here, which you can see. Then we go with is isocitrate, the third one in here. Then S, then K. After isocitrate there is K. So alpha ketoglutarate. So the fourth one, alpha ketoglutarate. Then S, succinyl CoA, the fifth one. Then S again, succinate. Then F, fumarate. And then M, malate. Ends in malate. Then again oxaloacetate will begin. So just knowing our city is kept safe and secure from mobsters is going to give you all the name of the intermediates of TCA cycle. So now if we know the intermediates, the second thing, name of the enzymes. And who will help us? All this happy kitten with Happy Cinco de Mayo, a festival, a cultural festival in Mexico. Now why Cinco de Mayo is important? Just tune it a little bit and you get Cinco de Mayo. Instead of C-I-N, we write it S-I-Y-N. Cinco de Mayo. Or you can also write Cinco de Mero. And also continue like that. But why? All these things may be meaningless to you right now. But remember one thing. If you look at all the enzymes involved in the TCA cycle, showing you the actual graph, then what does that mean? SYN means synthase and synthetase enzymes, while DE means dehydrogenase enzymes. So start with the first enzyme, that is synthase, and actually the first enzyme, citrate synthase. Now how exactly you will know what kind of enzyme it is, because we are not talking about the first letter of that enzyme. We are talking about the enzyme's activity. So citrate is being produced, so the synthase enzyme will be involved, should be citrate synthase. Now look at the second type, Co. What does that mean? Aconitase, aconitase, that's why Co. Aconitase is the second enzyme in here. Then D, dehydrogenase. What kind of dehydrogenase? The dehydrogenase reacting with isocitrate, obviously it will be known as isocitrate dehydrogenase. Then another Cinco, succinyl CoA, that's why we write it as a Cinco. So the enzymes involved in here, succinyl CoA synthetase. Okay, succinyl CoA synthetase enzyme. But remember, there is back-to-back dehydrogenase enzymes, two dehydrogenase, one isocitrate dehydrogenase, then alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. So you can put dehydrogenase 2 in here. Then succinyl CoA synthetase, that converts succinyl CoA into succinate. And then the letter D again, dehydrogenase. What dehydrogenase? The intermediate was succinate, so the dehydrogenase will be succinate dehydrogenase, and that's true. Then MER, fumarase. So conversion of fumarate into malate. Fumarase is the enzyme. Then the last step, malate into oxaloacetate. What enzyme? Another DE, dehydrogenase. What dehydrogenase? As the starter is malate, so it should be malate dehydrogenase, or MDH. By this fashion, you can not only write all the intermediates name of TCA cycle, but also can correctly tell all the enzymes involved in TCA cycle. And remember one thing, every time we are putting synthetase or dehydrogenase, we need to look for the earlier and the start intermediate. That's how we add the name, right, of dehydrogenase.